states, in the southeast and in central Pennsylvania, to tractor trailers that are empty. They're restricted. Speed limits are reduced to 45 for passenger vehicles. Motorcycles are restricted, not allowed on there. The trucks, the tandem trucks, they're restricted. Box trucks are restricted. If you think of the big box trucks that are with just the single axles, they're restricted. Question. I also want to mention to you, we had conversation. Sure. PJM is the regional transmission organization. We, at the PUC, sometimes governor get caught up in our speak, but is the regional transmission organization covering the 13 states. Those electrons that I call them dispatched out of Valley Forge, Pennsylvania. Right now, Oyster Creek Nuclear Plant, New Jersey, is offline. The good news is Hope Creek and Salem Nuclear are online.
It's day 2 of Hurricane Sandy. But sadly enough, the power just went out at 2:30 p.m. And hopefully the power comes back on soon, or we'll be out of power for a while, so, okay. On day 2, the power's back on at 3:03, and hopefully it stays on. See? So, alright, let's go on.
Reports of trees down, power outages also. It is going to be a mess, and we expect it to get worse. Taking over the seawall, filling up the road here. I didn't expect it to flood this quickly. And still.
This is NBC 10 News.
Residents of Long Beach Island are back home this morning for good after Hurricane Sandy. Now the cleanup begins. We're live. And many of our neighbors to the north are still without power and getting rations of gas. Take a look at conditions in the New York area. And taking a live look outside, a warm-up is headed our way. Good morning and welcome back to NBC 10 News Today. I'm Aditi Roy. It's almost 9:30. Are returning to One Ocean County Barrier Island. Residents are cleaning up on Long Beach Island today now that they're finally allowed at their homes after Hurricane Sandy battered their town. NBC 10's Marissa Brainy made it onto the island at the same time the residents did earlier this morning. How are they coping now, Marissa?
There's so much construction going on here, Aditi. You can see the major thing people are dealing with is this sand, piles of it that is really everywhere, especially along the beach road here. Homes like this one did sustain water damage as well. Homeowners now getting to finally start the cleanup. Tom Brescia lives here, and Tom, you had a lot of water in the first floor. Describe to me what your day has in store for you.
Well, we had about 6 or 7 inches throughout the whole first floor. Right now, the paneling in the bedrooms, the sheetrock is buckling. The paneling is getting mold growth. The floors are starting to warp. I have a brand new kitchen cabinets. There's water underneath those. The walls are insulated. The insulation has to be pulled out. So it's going to be a very long day.
Obviously, the frustration of not being able to get back in and actually start. So many people in so many different communities have felt that over the last 2 weeks. What was that like for you to know that there was so much to be done, but you couldn't start yet?
It was very difficult to watch it. There were helicopter pictures. I could see the house was standing, but you had no idea if there was an inch of water or a foot of water. You have friends volunteering to help out, but you can't get here, so it was difficult. On Monday, we did get here. We took out the carpeting. We removed bedding, some furniture, and I'm glad, the governor followed the plan that the city has put together to allow us to come back and start to rebuild.
Well, welcome home. Good luck to you. People are allowed back throughout many parts of the island except for Holgate. That's the one area that's just too unsafe right now for people to return to. That's the southern part of the island. There is no drinking water here, though. That's one thing to keep in mind for people here. The drinking water is unsafe. You have to boil it for a minute before you drink it. Also, no natural gas throughout the entire length of the island. So if you return back and your home is habitable, you have to find an alternative way to heat it if your heat is through natural gas. So a lot of work to be done here. We will be here throughout the cleanup process, but for now, we're live on Long Beach Island. Marissa Braney, NBC 10 News.
And we have a photo.